get wrecked. Oh god, the entire enemy team is here. But I'm amazing. Oh my god. Oh, dude, that was nuts. When I first got a key for Ballistic Overkill from my sponsors at Green Man Gaming, who, full disclosure, did publish this game, I read the description of it and thought to myself, oh great, not yet another class-based shooter. However, you can't put gameplay on a box, and that's where this game shines, as the gunplay and movement is so fluid and crisp that it's a much better arcade class-based shooter than Black Ops 4 is. Unlike in the Call of Duty game, the classes actually matter, since they have different weapons with different health and movement speeds to really differentiate the styles of play for each type of character. You pick the character based on how you want to play this particular match. Not to mention, you're not limited to pick a class based on what your teammates had decided on. You could choose whatever the fuck you want. There are 7 different classes to pick from, and each class is a trait that cannot be changed, along with 2 skills that can be chosen from a pool of 6 that are specific to each individual class, kind of like perks, and similar to Call of Duty's RPG-esque elements, you could rank up the classes to unlock access to different weapons and skills. This way, unlike most class-based shooters where you're locked into one specific weapon and one specific skill per particular class, you could choose one of multiple guns or 2 of multiple skills as you rank your class up. Lucky that that fucking enemy just went right on that grenade there. Oh, back of the face! Yes! Put that shit on the grill! Woo! For example, the Berserker class is the SMG class with 200 health, high movement speed, and a trait that gives 30% resistant damage for 6 seconds after killing a player, with skills that increases lethality in battle. Some of the weapons include a starting JS5, a P90, a Scorpion, a Vector, and you could equip either shotguns or machine pistols as your secondary. My personal favorite class to use is the Vanguard, who could use assault rifles like the AUG or M4 with 290 health, medium movement speed, and skills that either regen health or give more armor or increase the lethality of the weapons. There are some interesting classes like Shadow, who has the lowest health at 150, so kind of a squishy, but has the fastest movement speed along with a trait of gaining a cloak-like ability when sprinting, so this class can sneak up on you in a hurry to use the close-range machine pistols or sword secondary, with skills like getting increased gun damage when shooting enemies from behind like your favorite porno star. Other classes include the Tank with the most health, least speed with LMGs, Wraith as the Sniper class, which can actually be really enjoyable in certain situations as its trait is invisibility if you stand still for 1.5 seconds and can generally one-shot kill most other classes. There we go. There's one. Oh, there's 2! Can we get more? Peekaboo, bitch! I see you as well! The last 2 classes are a Grenadier class that I find mostly useless as the War Machine type weapon doesn't do much damage, but it does slow people down, so if you're playing a game mode with a point that you need to clear out, maybe you might find use out of him. And the Marksman that has long-range DMRs and assault rifles, but since most maps in this game don't really have long lines of sight, I don't find myself using this class all that often. There's no support class in the game, as their tagline goes, everyone's a killer. The game art-wise looks like a combination of Dirty Bomb and Lawbreaker, as well as having health kits around the map like in Overwatch, since there is no health regen unless it's one of your skills for your class. Since I already mentioned maps, the maps have a 1 spawn area per team, which can lead to a really boring match if the other team is so bad that they can't get out of their spawn and instead retreat back into the safety area. So yeah, this is kind of boring because the other team is pretty terrible and they're not coming out of the spawn. Generally, the 10 maps are designed really well, and most of them are close quarters, so you're constantly running and or bunny hopping around the map, trying to get from area to area, all nimble bimble. You never feel like you're out of the fight for too long, even with the single spawn area I mentioned earlier. Game modes include free-for-all, TDM, capture points, kind of like Domination, King of the Hill, kind of like a single hardpoint, and rounds, which is a non-respawn team deathmatch mode, which is kind of strange without an objective in order to force people to fight together, but it can be fun for getting those clutch moments. Woo! Ace. Even though this game is made by a Brazilian developer studio, there are dedicated servers all over the world, and there's a server browser to let you pick exactly what your ping is going to be like. Gameplay mechanics and netcode feel amazing, with the time to kill being slightly faster than Black Ops 4, where you don't get the shoot first, die first in this game as frequently as you do in Call of Duty. Unlike in lots of other class-based shooter games, if your team isn't that good, you could still have an enjoyable experience because of your individual performance, since it is an arcade shooter after all. There's only one time that I remember rage quitting a match because my team wasn't any good, and due to the nature of the single spawn area with a King of the Hill game where my team wasn't pushing out of the back of the map to try and get anywhere near the OBJ, it just became a cycle of me trying to capture the point all by myself, trying to play offensively, which is much harder than playing defensively if you own the point, because then you know that somebody is on or around that particular area, whereas me, the attacker, I have no idea where the defenders are. I can't, dude. I can't with this fucking... this team. I can't do it. I can't do it. Normally, it's not a big deal if you get a shitty team. But that was just fucking AIDS. The only other two gripes I have about this game are with two particular skills. One that allows for final stand for the tank character, and another that allows for martyrdom for the grenadier class. These weren't good ideas in Call of Duty games. They're certainly not good ideas here. These are the only things in this game that I feel like are deaths that are cheaper than a hooker on Craigslist. Alright, goodbye, Edward. Fucking bastard! Up this floor, if I could even make it. No! What? The final stand? Oh my god! That being said, there are also some skills that once you rank up your classes can seem really overpowered, but there's always trade-offs within those perks to keep the game well balanced. I tend to use the run and gun classes since that's how I like to play games, bunny hopping around like it's CSGO or Quake and fragging motherfuckers. If you're a fan of arcade shooters like Call of Duty or fast-paced class-based shooters like Lawbreakers or Dirty Bomb, then give this game a shot. It's very cheap on Green Man Gaming if you use my affiliate link down in the description at around 12 bucks. Without any bullshit micro DLC that upsets the balance of the game. There's only cosmetic skins for your character or weapons. Think of it as Call of Duty Black Ops 4, where the class selection matters for your playstyle instead of just getting random dumb bullshit to use or be killed by, with better gameplay mechanics and a much lower price tag. Have you tried this game out, and what do you think? Let me know down below in the comments section. I've been the Schwantz27, making like a divorced couple and splitting. Until next time. Take it on the W, boys and girls. Look at the Schwantz, man. Top score. Top fragger. Here we go.